Commissioner slash owner of the Cleveland Browns and the LOLML. We're doing something a little different now, trying to implement this going forward to keep interest in the league and add another level to the league and try to keep things exciting. So I have, my counterpart with me today. No one else could be here with me, but Ramrod, the owner of the Seattle Seahawks, is with me today for our first ever podcast for the LOLML. I'm kind of excited to do it. Hope that you guys are just as excited and that you guys find a little bit of enjoyment out of it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Ram, you got anything to say real quick?
Well, I've been with the LOLML for several years now. I appreciate the way that it's run. It's probably one of the better leagues that I participated in. We got some great owners, some good guys, and although I haven't quite made it to the bowl yet, hey, I'm coming. So guys, get ready for me.
All right, everybody, you heard that. So first off, I want to just get started. One thing that some things that's been mentioned to me, not just from the leadership and the admin aspect or side of it. Also, members of the leagues came to me and has we've talked a lot around quarter length. Quarter length's really not that long. We don't run accelerated clock either. So we're thinking about maybe bumping that up a minute or two next season to go ahead and give people more opportunity with the ball. We aren't sure exactly how many more we're going to add to that yet. We're talking about it, so that's something that we're going to look forward to that being implemented next season because I'm pretty sure that that's going to happen. Also, there's a lot of discussion around computer games, sim losses, sim wins, sim injuries. Everybody gets an injury here or there once in a while. So what we have been talking about, and I don't know how it's going to work yet. We're still trying to figure it out. I know a long time ago with back in the day with Madden, a user could just go ahead and log off their team. Someone else could log on. You didn't lose coach points. But now with everything evolving in the way that it has, with PS4 and stuff, your coach has XP points to spend too, and if you retire, you lose them. So no one wants to lose points, and I get that. So what we're looking at doing is maybe trying to implement some type of dummy account to where we can put them on the computer teams, and there won't be any more sims. That will eliminate a lot of the injury aspect of the league, especially with sim losses, people not being able to play, not being able to link up. And also, it gives people another opportunity to actually, if you want more games, you can have the account information, log on, play your opponent. Now, I don't know how that's going to work out yet. I'm sure it's going to have to be something to do with division to division, but we'll
Hmm.
cross that bridge whenever we get there. So, what do you think about that, Ram? I mean, what's your idea on that?
Well, I think it's a great idea. Again, like I said, I'll start with the length of the games. I play in several leagues, and I've noticed, like I said, like you said, we play at 7 minute quarters with no accelerated clock. One of the things that I've in a lot of the games, you see teams only getting one possession per quarter. That's not realistic. I mean, if you watch a real NFL game, you'll notice that each team usually have two, sometimes three possessions per quarter. Also, speaking with one of the owners who I had the conversation with as well, just yesterday, as a matter of fact, we had been talking about, and he said he had been thinking about the same thing, that it also gives the team a chance to come back late in the game. I mean, if you're down by 14 points in the third quarter, I mean, you're not rushed to say, okay, well, this game is pretty much over because I'm not going to get the ball enough times to try to make any type of comeback. So, like I said, that's definitely a good idea there. As far as the sim losses and the sim situation, I think that's a great idea as well because uh, if you remember last season or the season before, Commish, at the end of the year, we had a lot of teams losing a lot of players all of a sudden in sim losses.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, some guys was end up getting in the last several weeks of the season was losing 8 players in just a couple games. And so again, I think that's a great idea as well. I'm sure all the guys will probably pretty much agree with it.
Yeah. like I said, I don't know how it's going to work yet. I mean, there's a little bit of confusion on how it's going to actually work. If you set up dummy accounts, there's going to have to be PSN memberships and stuff. So again, that's just an idea right now. We're going to toss it around through the playoffs and through the off season, and we're going to see what happens. So, I mean, that one there
Hmm.
is kind of up in the air. But I'm pretty sure that the quarter length is probably going to be stretched out a little bit moving forward.
Well,
So,
that's a good idea.
yeah, I think so. I mean, and realistically, you don't get that much time to actually, have a chance to stay in a game. And if you get down early, you're done. I mean,
Hmm.
if unless you get some key stops and just completely control the second half, I mean, a lot of times that the length of the time that you can have the ball, it means something. I mean, we're not going to stretch it out to where it's you know unrealistic. It's going to be
Right,
realistic.
right, right.
So now we're going to get into some good stuff here. Everything that everyone wants to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about the division leaders, and we're going to talk a little bit about the playoffs and the hunt, and we're going to talk about the people that's close to being in the playoffs. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go down this road now. So we're going to start out here, and I'm just going to start going through here, and we're going to start with the NFC West. Okay, and we got the Rams, which just whooped my ass a little bit ago,
Yeah, I
sitting
watched that game.
yeah, sitting at 15-0. Seahawks, which is Ram down there at 6-8. That's
Oh,
still
it's yes,
not
it's been a
not been a
bad
good
season.
season, but at the same time, not been the worst. I'm sure. Got the 49ers sitting at 5-9, and the Cardinals at 3-11. So I tell you, this Rams guy, this is his first year with us, and I think it's probably going to be his only one. If memory serves me correctly, I think he's going overseas for a job opportunity or
That's correct.
teaching. I think. So
Yeah, he's going to be teaching.
you know, I, I just want to say, good luck. Um, I'm glad that your career's taking you somewhere in your life, but we're talking about Madden right now, and if he was going to make money on Madden, then this man be making some money because he's 15-0. He hadn't been touched. He's given up 136 points total all season, but he's
Ah,
scored
yeah.
425. This guy's a freak of nature. A freak of nature. I haven't seen anything like it before. I mean, there's one other guy that I've ever seen like this before. What do you think about this? I mean, this guy's in
Well,
your division, Ram. What do you think?
man, I've gotten a chance to play him twice. Well, actually three times if you count the scrimmage that I played him when he first joined. And I tell you what, the only game I beat him was the scrimmage game. But we've had some good contests. I enjoy playing him. It's a true chess match. The guy knows the game. As a matter of fact, the last game that we played, he even stated that I was the closest one to come to beating him. And I think I could have actually pulled that game off. But I had a lot of hadn't been playing Madden for a while. Had a few sims down the road, and I got there and picked up the controller, and here I am pressing the wrong buttons. I'm pressing the wrong buttons in the play. So, like I said, take away those mistakes that I made, I might have had a chance to win the game. But he's come on like a gangbuster. I've tried to talk him into coming back for another season. Again, I enjoy playing him. He's a great guy to play. He knows his team, and plus the fact that that's my favorite team, so he's really making them look good. So I've reached out to him and said, "Hey man, if you can find a way to get another season in, come on back. I want another chance at you."
Yes, sir. And like I said, I mean, this guy's crazy good Madden player. He's got user skills. It's kind of you don't see him in a lot of people. But this guy here could make some noise if he'd stay. Hate to see you leave, bro, but whenever you come back, if you decide that you want another league, we'll always be around. I'm sure.
You're
This
always
league here
welcome.
runs
Always
strong, pretty
welcome.
good from year to year, and you're always welcome in this league, man. Active, good user. You played the game right,
Hmm.
so I've really appreciated your time here with the LOL. So moving on here, we'll go to the NFC East, where we got two teams here that's pretty good. We got Super Bowl winner from our first year of LOL, Philadelphia Eagles. Death by Eagle is his name in the chat. And then we also have a longtime member as well. Didn't have a good season his first couple. Took him a while to get used to the game. The Giants came on strong this year. 12 sitting at 12-1. His name's Arvin in chat. So I mean, these two here. I mean, they're good too. I played the
Hmm.
Giants and I played the Eagles as well. And fundamentally sound. Can move the ball down the
Hmm.
field, especially the Giants. Giants can move the ball down the field. Same as Eagles. I mean, he's a phenomenal player. Like I said, he's fundamentally sound, good on defense, good on offense. And look at the points that they've given up. We're looking at
Hmm.
188 and 156. Now you look at this, and I'm going to take you back to this here in a few minutes because look at what the Rams gave up too, and look at what they
136.
scored. What 437 and 347. So
Hmm.
what do you think about this? Ram. I'm throwing the Giants out there, Arvin, as maybe one of the most improved players in this Madden so far.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, if you look at his record, 12-1-1, I mean, he's had a fantastic season. The thing about it is, I think his only tie is with the Eagles, the team presently in second place, who's also had a fantastic season. If you look at that division with the Giants with 12 wins, Eagles with 10, Redskins with 5, they're still in the hunt.
Oh yeah,
I think it's a good possibility that maybe three of those teams from that division all make the playoffs.
yeah, and, I,
And the
and I'm not. Go
Cowboys
ahead.
is right there as well at 9-6.
Oh
So
yeah,
he's still
but
got a chance depending
yeah,
on what happens those last game.
Cowboys are a little bit rusty right now. He left
Hmm.
the league. At the beginning of this season because some things that took him away for a little bit. I think he had some internet problems and stuff like that. And I'm not taking anything from the Redskins either. This guy's a beast too.
Most
He's
definitely.
just he's a very very good player. And I'm gonna I'm just gonna say this right here right now while it's on my brain. This group of guys that we have right now is probably the most skilled players in Madden that I've ever had in any of these leagues that I've ran.
Hmm.
This this group of guys here are probably the best that I've ever had. I mean, and that goes from sim to scheduling to it's everything. And
Yeah.
it's unreal to look at this division right here or conference or whatever you want to call it and say, listen, there's three teams that have won 10 games and won the last place one that's won 9.
Especially considering the fact that they have to play each other twice, you know, and they're all right
I
there.
mean, sometimes 9 and 6 get you a wild card.
That's
I
true,
mean,
and you still can make it a 10.
that's a pretty good division there. What else you got? You got anything on these guys anymore? The one I just said.
Well, look, also, I want to point out the fact that the Redskins, you were just talking about the Redskins, look at the amount of points that they've scored 507. So that tells you their offense is quite prolific. You know what I mean?
Oh
So they're
yeah.
going to make some noise. They get into the playoffs, they're going to make some noise. He was almost there last year. I'm sure he's welcome, thankful for that second chance. He's going to do things a little bit different this year if he
Oh
gets
yeah.
into the dance. Hmm.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on here real quick. We're gonna go to the NFC South. We're gonna look at the 11-3 Saints, which is my. Well, I mean, I hate to say this to you, Wayne Grow. You helped me run the league, and you're a good guy, but you're still a bitch, man. I mean, that's just all there is to it. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's true. I love you like a brother. Don't even know you. You're from Canada. I'm in West Virginia. Don't I mean, but I can still call you a bitch.
Hey.
So, but anyways, now let's get right back to the point here. The Saints sitting at 11-3. Falcons, Corey 8-6. We got the Panthers down here 6-8. Buccaneers at 2-12. Um, the Saints have a defense that can devour people.
That front line with Mack and Cole. He picked up in a trade Cole from the Rams and Khalil Mack, one of the best in the game at getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, this guy here, I mean, he's no slouch either. He's putting up 409 points and, he's only giving up 243. Like I said, his defense is, on point. So, I mean, look for him. I'm thinking that Wayne might make a little bit of noise coming in the playoffs, man. I mean,
Yeah, he had a surprising loss though here. Who was that game? He just lost. I think his last game. It was just quite surprising that he gave up. I think I know it was over 40 points for sure, but
let's take a look. I don't know who it
yeah.
was. We'll look here real quick and see
Let me
if we
let
can
me let me
find it.
pull it up here.
Falcons. No, actually, he beat the
Okay.
Falcons 37-16, and then I don't even see him there. But anyway, all right here, 35-10, the Buccaneers. Anyways, we ain't got time to sit on Wayne Grove's ass all day. We got to talk about some more stuff here. So no,
He
but
lost.
not.
He lost to the perennial champion Bugatti's Jacksonville Jaguars, 48-21. That's the
Oh
game
yeah.
I was
Well,
making
we'll get
reference
we'll
to.
get on we'll get on Bugatti here in a minute.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
yeah, Saints ain't taking nothing from you, brother. You're a hell of a Madden player, and I tell you what, you've helped me with a lot of my my improving and my success. So I give it all to you, man. You've been my boy. This league wouldn't run without you. You're the one that does the majority of everything. So hats off to you, and wish you luck in the playoffs too.
And let me
Corey,
point
sit
out
down here.
something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me point out something real quick before we leave the Saints here. His last game of the season, he will be going to Los Angeles again versus the other undefeated team in the league, the Rams.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a good one. But I already talked to Wayne. He's up for the challenge. He's always up for that challenge. So much respect. It'll be a good game. So moving
That's
on.
what I want to
Packers
see.
12-2, Vikings 6-8, Bears 3-11, and Lions 1-13. Packers is a new. He's a new owner. I think his name's Q Pierce. I think in the chat. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
I've heard from several members that he might be the best Madden player that they've played.
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
this guy here's got some game too. Um, I haven't really got a chance to really watch him play, but
Hmm.
looking at what he's done and the points that he's given up points for and his record, this guy ain't gonna be no joke. So
Hmm. All right.
I can't take anything from him. I know that his user skills are on point too,
Hmm.
and he's very, very. Um, I don't know the word I'm looking for. He doesn't make many mistakes on the offensive side of the ball. So if you can't get a turnover or something, then it's gonna be a chess match all the way through for you. But again, this guy here, I'm looking to see what he does in the playoffs too. Anything you want to add to that division there?
Well, like you say, the Packers are pretty much run away with the second place team. It's pretty much 6 games behind. The Packers, I don't know too much about. I haven't had a chance to spectate any of their games. I didn't even know we actually had a Packers coach, to be totally honest about it. But apparently we do, and he sitting at 12-2, look like he's going to be something a force to reckon with in the
Well, the
playoffs.
thing about him is he's not very vocal. He doesn't talk much in
Hmm.
chat. He DMs privately, and I've had a lot
Hmm.
of DMs from him. Scheduling
Hmm.
sometimes if there's a conflict with scheduling or anything. Never has nothing bad to say about anybody. So that's the kind of people that we like.
All right, Packers, welcome to the LOL, my friend.
All right, so now we got the AFC West. We got the Chiefs sitting up there by themselves at 11-3. Raiders at 7-7. Black Knights 5-9. Broncos 4-10. Mr.
Mm.
Ganji, Mr. Ganji,
Yes.
bringing it back, baby. He had a rough start. The first couple years, couple seasons, he didn't hit it off very well. He always found a way to squeak his little ass back, though. I mean, he'd always be 500, right up, out the gate. Now this guy here, I can tell you, I've had some nice battles with him from last year's Madden onto this one, and I tell you what, he is a prime example of if you see it on Sunday, then that's the way that you need to play the game. This guy here,
Hmm.
very fundamentally sound, like everybody else I've really talked about so far. I mean, you look at if you're at the top, most likely you are. So this guy here is someone that always finds a way to squeak through. Um, he's another one that could surprise people in the playoffs.
Exactly, exactly. He knows how to run the offense in the with the Chiefs. You know, he scored 440 points this year. He was in the playoffs last year. I've also come across him in another league that we both play in, and he's dominating in that league as well. So don't sleep on the Chiefs.
Definitely don't sleep on him. I tell you what, I think that he's actually won a Super Bowl or two here. I don't know if it's been in this Madden. I'm not really sure. I'm only in one league with him this year, but I think last year he won some. So
Hmm.
don't sleep on him. Next up, AFC East. We're talking about Murph, the Bills 11-3, Jets 6-8, Dolphins 3-11, and Patriots 2-12. And I've had some battles with the Murph man too. I mean, the Murph man's a bad man too. I'm not gonna put that out there at anybody. But look at that, 187 points. His defense is on point.
Hmm.
And offense, you better play him, tight and over the top because he's gonna burn you if he gets a chance to go deep.
Yes, he's one of the more vocal owners we have in the league, as you know, in chat. But he backs it up on the field. So you know what? He's going to always give you a game. You better be ready for him. He's clinched his division as well, like the number of other teams that we spoke of. He is has a 5 game lead over the Jets, running second at 6-8. So it's pretty much he's getting ready for the dance.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I'm not taking nothing from him. He's always. I think he's pretty well always at the first or second spot of that, that division there. So, Murph doing a
Hmm.
great job, brother. Keep on battling. Play your games and keep doing what you're doing, buddy. You're a good asset to the league.
Most
AFC
definitely.
South. Oh, here's my boy. Oh, the boo boo,
the,
the
the
boo
perennial
boo.
power, the perennial
Yeah,
power,
the boo
the,
boo.
the guy, the king of the hill, so to speak.
And there's
Everybody
nothing
gunning
really,
for him.
there's nothing really that I can say in this podcast other than this man. I've been with him for, you know, what, Ram? Probably 12. From last year to this year, probably 12, 13 seasons.
Yeah, yeah. And I've been with him even longer because he actually used to be in my division in another league years ago, and him and I used to duke it out 2 times, 2 times a season. He had the Rams. I had always had the Seahawks, and we used to have some good games. But his game is definitely out escalated mine to this point.
Well, one thing I can tell you about Boo, and everybody knows it. I mean, there's no secret to the success. If you throw towards his user, he's picking you off. That's just all there is
Mm.
to it. This guy has the best user skills that I've ever seen in my life.
I have
I
ever seen.
I've never saw anyone that has the skills defensively and with the sticks that this man does. I mean, never. That's the
Agree.
reason why you always see him undefeated, lost one, lost two.
Mm.
And offensively, he can run the ball right down your throat, but he can pass too,
Offensively,
and
offensively. Go ahead, Commission.
he can do anything. I mean, he's just an all around type of guy. I mean, on the field.
Offensively, he has scored 567 points in 14 games. He's sure to break 600, which is unheard of.
Oh yeah, I mean this guy here. He's he's always my fan favorite probably for the Super Bowl because I don't see very many other people ever win them besides him. I wish he'd stop. Let someone else have a chance. But it's people like him and like the Rams and like everybody else that actually makes this league a very competitive league. And I appreciate it. I might get my ass kicked, but I appreciate it. I've had my ass kicked several times. Get frustrated with it, but at the end of the day, it's still a game. And there's some just like in real life, there's people in these leagues that's above your level. I mean, you're just gonna have to look at it. So,
And
um,
let me add this, Commission. Let me add this. A couple seasons ago, Boo went undefeated. Remember those Patriots went undefeated all the way to the championship and was upset by the Eagles. So, guys, don't think that you can't beat him. He can be beat, but you're going to have to definitely bring your A game.
Yeah, he don't get beat much. And when
That's
he
right.
does, he's probably so drunk he can't hold his controller. But that's okay. Boo, love you, boy. Keep doing what you're doing, baby. Okay,
Make it
AFC
happen.
North. We got myself, the Browns, 11-4. We got the Ravens mix at 9-5.
Knicks
The
right
Bengals at
behind.
4-10, and the Steelers at 2-12. And this is my division here, Bram. So I'm gonna hand it off to you. You
Thank
talk
you.
about
Thank
what
you.
you want to talk about, and then I'll follow up.
Well, here it is. Here you will find the surprise team of the LOL this season, and that's the Browns. Last year they finished 2-14. Commish took over the Browns, and he has turned them into a fantastic team. He's had a great season at 11-4. I played him earlier this season. I lost to him in a very well defensive played game. It's not a cheap win. He's going to make you work for it. He's going to make you work for it. He's made some trades, added some players, drafted him a quarterback, traded for a running back in Melvin Gordon, and like I said, you got to bring it. He's ahead in his division with Mix one game behind. Mix is always going to give you a game. He's always at the top of his division, either in first or second place. He brings it too. So,
Yeah,
like I
I'm just
said,
gonna I'm gonna throw it out there. I've talked. There's no secret and no beating around the bush. I've improved my game, but that doesn't matter. The thing that matters is the people that's helped me do it, and
mm-hmm,
um, I'm talking about everybody here in this league, whether it's competition, if it's talking shit, if it's whatever, But in private DM and stuff like that, I have my go-to people. They've really helped me out with the game. I've learned a lot. I'm still not where I want to be. I'll maybe get there eventually. We'll see. But I tell you what, Mix, he's no joke either. He's gonna burn you down the field if he gets a chance to, kind of like the Bills. And he's been hot on my heels this whole season. And the thing about it is I like a rivalry. Fun rivalry. I
mm,
think I
mm,
think he's a fun rivalry, but at the same time, I get in chat, I get in DM, and I talk to him like he's my buddy, because he is my
mm-hmm,
buddy. You know, I
mm-hmm.
like that good friendly competition. Although I'm gonna whoop your ass anytime I get a chance, but I'm just kidding, Mix. I love you, man, and we've had some battles.
that's
You beat me, and I beat you. Bottom
that's
line
chalk.
is
That's chalkboard material mix.
yeah, I mean, bottom line is it's all in good fun, baby. Keep doing what you're doing, Perryman's tearing it up, man. I mean, I can't give you enough. I can't say enough about you either. You've been here for 2 or 3 years, hot on my heels, still has a chance to make a playoff spot. But the thing that separates this division from all the other ones is I've given up 351 points. Ravens given up 312 points. I've scored 366. He scored 469. I
Mm.
mean, the thing about it is you know, we might make a little bit of noise in the playoffs. I got my other favorites, so the thing about it is that we'll keep working to make it better and move on. So now we talked about all the divisions and all the playoffs, and what's your prediction through the playoffs? What's your prediction? Who do you think is
Well,
going to be there in the bowl?
well, I like this. Like you said, there's some good teams in the playoffs this year. Everybody has a chance. I mean, everybody. You mentioned earlier this new Packers guy who's at 12-2 is really looking good. I haven't had a chance to see him this season, but I've heard nothing but rave reviews about him. I mean, you got the users. You got Ganj coming in with his Chiefs. You got the Giants having a fantastic year. Wayne's always going to give somebody a battle. Of course, the Eagles, who won the championship, upset Bugatti a couple seasons ago. He's in. The Redskins, their offensive firepower, that can't be beat. But, but, you have to look at the two undefeated teams. The
Oh yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars, led by Bugatti, and the Rams, the new kid on the block, the Rams, also 15-0. I tell you, you get two undefeated teams that go all the way to the championship, it will be an epic battle. It will. I tell you what, don't I mean I want anybody that can make it to make it, but to see that game there, I would love to see that game.
Oh yeah,
Rams
yeah.
versus
And you
Jaguars.
know what the thing about it is that let's be realistic. Um, I want everybody to be there at least once, but unfortunately, there's
Hmm.
30 teams that can't be there. There's only two that can. Um,
Hmm.
and the thing about it is this Rams guy I can't get over the fact first year in the league, 15-0, 136 points given up. That's phenomenal, phenomenal. Then you look
Hmm.
at up here, with the Jags, I mean 237 points, 567 scored, 14-0, phenomenal. If they make it to the league, these two teams right here,
Offense
it's
versus
major offense
defense.
against major defense. So who's going to
That's
win?
right. Oh, and I want to point out, Commish, that I did beat the Rams in a scrimmage game.
Yeah, I hear you.
So that I did beat him in a scrimmage game.
That's cool. He was probably playing with the Browns or something. Nah, I'm just kidding, man.
No, yeah,
But
okay.
let's see here. Teams to talk about moving forward. Well, no, we'll go there here in just a second. I'm talking about. I I'm thinking that it's probably going to be those two teams. You know, I think that there's a chance that the Packers can get there. He's got to
Hmm.
go through that Rams team though. And I tell you, from
Hmm.
what I've heard about the Packers guy, it's a possibility. Um,
Hmm.
Here, I know I'm not going to get there. I mean, I'm just being realistic with everybody. I'm gonna work on my game. Hopefully, be there soon. I'll talk about that later. But the Jags, yeah, I mean, the way that the picture is looking, it's going to be those two teams. But the Packers have a chance, and I'd say that even the Saints could squeak in there.
I was just getting ready to say, don't count Wayne out now. Don't count Wayne out. I mean, he's got that young quarterback Butkus too, who's that multi threat quarterback who can
Yeah.
run the ball, who can pass the
Oh
ball.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't count those Saints out.
Yep. So we're gonna go on here real quick. We're trying to cut this as short as possible. I don't know how long we've been rolling right now. I want to keep everybody interested, but I don't want to kill your guys' time either. So we're gonna move on to stats real quick here and just look at what we got going on here in the league. Real quick, we ain't going to touch on it much. We're just going to look real quick to see exactly what we're looking at.
Who's standing out?
Lecky, Vaughn, my QB up there. Anything stand out here to you, Ram?
Let me take a look, Kamish. I'm actually taking a look as we speak. I know there's a lot of players having some great years this year.
I mean, look
Oh,
at that. I mean, the halfback for the Redskins is having a phenomenal year. Almost 2,000 yards rushing, 26 touchdowns. That's
oh,
like, damn,
Keith
that's
Marshall.
LaDainian Tomlinson crap there. Let's see, we got
Exactly. Averaging.
Gurley, Le'Veon Bell. I mean, everybody up there having a decent year. Let's move on
Oh
to
yeah.
receivers here. Um, Perryman, like I told you, mixed with Perryman. 1,859 yards, 17 touchdowns. Dude's a freak. And Mix knows how to get him the ball. But at the same time, we got Odell Beckham Jr. down here rattling at his gums at 1,403 yards. And like I told you, Arvin knows how to get him the ball. It's kind of like, good stuff. Good stuff. I love it. I
Hmm.
love it. I'm glad that we
Hmm.
did this podcast. Matter of fact, people better want to do it with me because I'll be the only one rambling on by myself if no one wants to. So we'll figure it out. So let's go. Passing. We got Lecky, Corey's dude at 42-55, 31
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Atlanta
Dwight Vaughn,
Falcons.
39-84. That rookie right there. I know, and I'm not talking about myself. I'm just saying in general, that rookie's had a hell of a season. Hell of a season. I mean, if I can cut my turnovers down, that dude's gonna go from quick to superstar real quick. Then we got
Has
Dylan
completed
Light down here, San
67%.
Francisco, 38-59. I mean, all
Hmm.
these guys are having a good year. Let's look at the defensive side of the ball real quick. Let's go over here to interceptions. But look, What I tell you about them user skills with Mac?
Every year,
Dugatti.
every
His user
year,
skills are on point, baby. Let's take a look at
every year.
tackles. Shazier leading the league, man. I mean, and the
Mhm.
Steelers, that's surprising to me. I think that he'll do better next year, but we'll see.
Mhm.
All right. Anything else stick out with you with stats here, real quick, before we move on?
Oh, no, that's pretty much touchdown receptions. Let's share that with the rest of the league. Who's leading the league in touchdown receptions? 17, Perriman, Ravens,
I told you,
Odell
dude's a
Beckham
freak, man.
Jr.,
I mean, he's just a
and
freak of nature.
Dewan Jackson. We got a rookie up there, Dewan Jackson of the Chiefs.
What makes Perryman so successful?
Well, he's got size. He's 6'2", 218 pounds. Let's see. What's his face? The Ravens just know how to get him the ball. He's one of their focal points. He knows how to go long. His longest catch for a touchdown, his longest catch period was 84 yards, and he's played every snap.
I got you, man. All right, let's go on, man. We're gonna run. We're gonna wrap this up here soon. All right, my question to you: everyone in the league, 32 people, okay? Most improved player. Who do you think it is?
Most improved player, I would have to say, belongs to the Cleveland Browns coach, DD.
And what is? I mean,
I had a if the San Francisco 49ers coach had not left us again, I would have gone with him. I mean, we had a good coach there at the 49ers, and he's built his team over the years. He was a very consistent owner, and he actually built his team into a very, very formidable team. But this year, I'd have to go with the Cleveland Browns.
well, I'll tell you real quick here. I appreciate that. I've tried to put my game together. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm getting better. I'm working at it every day. So here's the thing, though. One person that I did forget to mention. There is a new San Francisco 49ers owner that is a good player. Johnny Loudpockets, very good, very good. Played him just the other day, barely squeaked by actually. His user skills are phenomenal too. He hadn't had a full season here yet, so I'm not going to put him up for that award because I don't know how he played before. But one thing that I
Mm-hmm.
do know is how the New York Giants is playing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and one thing I do know is how the Baltimore Ravens are playing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't take anything from them teams. I could give it to all three of us. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share it. So I'm gonna share that most improved player with three people, and I'm gonna say, I'm not taking nothing from myself. I've improved a lot. I don't know if I'm the best improved, most improved, whatever. But Arvin with the Giants, he's up there too. This guy's, getting to be something really special. And then you got Mix behind me, always giving people a good game. I mean, he's
Oh
not getting
yeah.
blown out, and the thing about it is that I appreciate everybody. So I think everybody's the most improved player here.
There
So
you go.
now my thing is I want everybody's input, anyone, everyone's involvement. Okay, I want all 32 people to have a voice. Tell me what you think. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you would like to see. Tell us what we suck at. Tell us what we're good at. We want everybody's input so we can make this league good.
A
And this
league
is
is
the
only as
reason
good as
why,
its players, as good as its players.
yeah, and this is the reason why I wanted to, and Wayne wanted to, and the Cowboys owner smoking that Draymond Green, which you need to change that name, brother. Okay, but all of us want to do this. This podcast thing here, videos, recaps. This is the reason why we want to do it. It makes the league interesting. And as you can tell, I'm all about improving the league. I want people to talk whenever they're talking in the Madden, in the Madden world or talking, on forums about leagues. I want people to say, man, that LOLML, man, that's some badass shit there. That they don't mess around. So that's what our goal is moving forward. I want everybody's input for that kind of stuff, and also I want
Definitely.
everyone to know that the league that we have right now is probably the best group that we've had since I've started doing this. When I first started, complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint, I got so sick and tired of hearing the complaining and the constant DMs because people wasn't playing or the cheese and stuff like that. And I'll tell you this right now. This season right here, I haven't heard any of it. Like, I don't get DMs about complaining anymore.
There you
I don't
go.
get DMs. I get DMs about scheduling conflicts sometimes, and that's okay. Everybody's going to
Hmm.
run with that sometimes. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
But this group of guys here, probably the best group of guys we've ever had. I look at all of you that I want all of you to be core owners, and I think that we are. We haven't saw much turnover this year, and there's a reason.
Oh.
We're very fair, we're consistent, we try to make sure that everybody's needs are met, and we're going to continue to do that. But I need everybody's input, and I want you all to know that the league's nothing without you. Okay?
Hmm.
This league ain't nothing without anybody. Okay, these guys that we have right here is what makes this league, what makes it click. I appreciate all of you. Anything else you want to tell me, DM me. But here's the way that we're going to go moving forward. Moving forward, we're going to do a recap probably every week. We're going to talk about this kind of stuff, but they're going to be shorter. We're going to talk about the games, the stats. We're going to talk about users, things that stick out. And when we get to the playoffs, we're going to do the same thing. Every advance, you're going to have a podcast. Okay, and if we miss one, we miss one. But my focus moving forward is have one every single week. And if I can't do it, I'm gonna find someone that can. And also, you know, during the playoffs, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this every advance through the playoffs too. But we're also gonna do it at free agency stages.
Yeah,
So
during the
yes,
draft as well.
yes, we're going to do this during free agency stages where the first two rounds, we're going to do a podcast to talk about, wow, this team got this person, or that was a great pickup, and this person needs this person. We're going to keep it interesting. And that is the number one thing that everyone needs to realize when we're playing Madden. It's because it's fun. We we need to have fun.
And
We
we
need
under
to escape the real world sometimes and do our own thing and have fun. And that's what I want it to do. So we're going to do that during the free agency, and we're also going to do it during the draft. So
Mhm.
we're going to have a podcast before the draft, talk about the prospects coming out of college and who we're projecting to get them. We're going to take this thing and turn it into another level, and that's where we're going from here. So Ram, anything else you'd like to add to that? Touch base real quick.
Well, I was just going to say that we understand that here, well, after the real NFL season ends, it starts to slow down. Guys' interests start to go elsewhere. So we're going to, again, try to add all these things to keep everybody's attention, let them know that they got a good league to come play, to get ready for Madden 18.
Yeah, Madden 18. Hopefully it's a little bit better and glitchy. All this glitchy stuff goes away.
Well,
I mean,
my understanding, I read commission. Let me put it out there. I know some of the guys already know. We've talked about it that there are actually an early leaks of Madden say that they're doing it with the new engine, so it's going to be much better. The same engine that they use in FIFA. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. I think it's called Rocket Fish.
I can't remember what it's
But that
called.
is,
I've read it too. Yeah, I've
yeah,
read it
but
too.
it's going to make the game so much better, so much better.
All right, fellas. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here. Like I said, appreciate all of you. I want all you guys' feedback. Let me know. DM me. You know how to get a hold of me. I mean, I'm always around. And always remember this don't happen without you guys. Hope you appreciate and listen to the first podcast that we did. There's going to be very many more to come, and bring your game. I mean, if you want to be mentioned on it, bring your game. If I suck next year, I ain't gonna talk about myself. I don't expect Rand to talk about me. If he's doing good, we're gonna talk about him. Bring your game, step it up. Let's see what you got on the field, baby. Holler at your
The
boy. Till
Legion,
next time.
the Legion of Boom will be back next
Yes,
season,
sir.
guys. Count
Yes,
on it.
sir.
Count on it.
Until next time, guys. It's been a pleasure doing it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts, what you'd like to see, what you don't like, and we'll try to implement everything to suit everybody's needs. So once again, I'm Dave. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thanks.
All righty.